guys, you're welcome to this my video. Just the first question: have you ever wondered what would happen if you were to update, say, 500 to 1000 servers within a day? That's gonna be a lot of work for you to do to get all those servers. If you have to do one by one, that's gonna be very tough. But there's a tool called Ansible that you can be able to use this tool, and it will be able to help you update all these servers in a blue. So generally you use Ansible. Of course, is Ansible is infrastructure as code, like CloudFormation. But the difference here is that CloudFormation here is a managed service, and again, CloudFormation does a lot of provisioning, whereas Ansible, you can manage Ansible the way you want it to be, not by another, say, a service provider. You yourself, you can manage Ansible, and again, it's a lot more of configurations. You get everything configured, and you can run it automatically. So in this piece, I'm just going to be, just trying to show you what we can do here, and I'm just going to be here. I already have, just for a demo, three servers, two Ubuntu servers and one Linux, since you can do a mix. So basically what I'm going to do here is the same thing that you can do if you have 500, 1000 servers and so on. So, and when you want to do it, what happens here is that you name a server. Like one, I'm going to use Ubuntu. You can name this server either as a master, or you can name it a controller, and this one will be the one to be able to talk to the other servers through SSH. Equally, the way you can control these servers is by I said SSH. I want to say control them through key pairs. Yeah, because when you create a key pair, anytime, like on a managed service, when you create a key pair, managed service, what they do is that they are managing one of your keys, and then they give you like one of the keys, private key, where you come in now with your private key and match to their public key that they're keeping, and then it will give you access to whatsoever server that you want. But here with this SSH and the key, Ansible is able to help you generate key pairs and control those key pairs. That means it's giving you the right to control the public key and the private key. So if you have both keys, it means that you can be able to enter into any of the servers and manage it anyhow you want it to be. All right, so basically that's what we're going to be doing. And like I said earlier, we're going to name one server here the controller, and I will connect to it, and then we'll just work from there, and you see what we're going to be doing. So we'll connect to this server. If you want to know more about Ansible, of course, if you go to Google, you can be able to just type commands on how to install Ansible or how to get Ansible. There is this particular one here, installation of Ansible community documentation. It's basically going to give you everything that you need about Ansible. That's one, everything that you need about Ansible. So if you come into this documentation, you can be able to have all the required information. All right, so whenever you launch the server here, you can log into it. Either you log into it directly from SSH or to a terminal, and this one I'm going to be using a terminal. And so with the terminal that I'll be using here, I use this one, and this is my present working directory, and you can say ls-l, and my key pair is here, so I can cd to ss, and that's where I have my keys. Yeah, I have all my keys here. So right at this position where my keys are, I can paste this here, and once I'm done with this, I go back again to my and copy this one, and then go back again, and so I can connect to it. Yes, I want to connect to it. All right, it has me connected. So with this, the next thing I want to do here, I will open to shell and I open to a new tab. With this new tab here, you can open to many tabs as possible. Since I have 3 servers, I'm just gonna open to 3 tabs. There's this and this. There's another tab here. This is the first one, the controller, this one, and then this one. All right. To be able to do this very easily, there is this cheat sheet that I'm using. With this, it can really help you to be able to handle it with ease. See here is just telling you all the commands that you will need here, and the settings here where you're launching the easy tools and all of that. So basically, once I launch this, I'm going to check first whether I have Python installed, like on the controller here. I think I'm on the controller, and for me to check, I will first of all check if Python is installed here. So I will see Python 3 or dash version. Let's see if it is. Yes, I have Python installed. Good. So with Python installed, it's a prerequisite, you need it. So it means that I can go ahead and install Ansible and other things. So I'm going to log into the second server. Just let me have all the servers, log into all the servers, so it will make it easier. I'll log into this one. So copy this and then go back to my terminal, and right here it's already recognizing that I'm using I'm at this directory ssh dash this. So just paste here and then go back again, and I'll get this guy. I'll come back again here and have it. Yes, I want it to run here, and it's taking me in, and then I'll go to the last one, and this last one here is a Linux server. So come back to instances, and running instances here is so Linux, this one. So let's connect to this one, copy this, and then come back here again. I'm right here, and get this and come back again, bam, and then go back. All right, and then paste. So if you had thousands of servers, you have to of course get connected to them as such, and once you are there, equally it will be very important that you check Python, and then you can update them as well. Right, let me see. So I'm checking whether Python is there. If it's not, we have to update. Okay, so let me see, let me do update. Okay, if there is no Python, we will have to update them. So I believe that with all my servers, I do have Python already installed. Like if I equally could check here, Python 3 dash version, and it's already there. All right, this is this one is a Linux, so I will say sudo yum update sudo yum update sudo yum update update dash y. There's nothing to update here, so this is good, and I have Python already installed, so I'm good here. And then let me come to this one, and see here is sudo apt update. All right, and it's going to update this one. It's the same thing that I'm going to do here, and sudo apt update. This one is because of Ubuntu, so it has a different command to get it updated. Okay, so once I have this updated, I can go further to change the host name. All right, so we can change the host name and we'll be able to recognize different host name. And the command to change the host name is sudo host name ctl set host name dash the host name. Okay, so let me come back here, and this one is done. I think this is the controller, the first one is the controller. So I'm just gonna paste this command here, and I will call this Ansible dash controller. All right, like such. So it's going to rename it, and once it does that, what you do is first of all exit. When you exit, you log in again. All right, so you go back to it, and again you just come back here. I'm gonna rename all before I do that. I'll just clear this one. Just clear this one, and to make it faster, and here Ansible client 1. All right, you can name it anyhow. I'll come back to it, and I'll exit, and I'll come back. So I'll call it exit this one. I'll log back to it and come back here again, and again sorry, here, and I say Ansible client 2. All right, good, and I'll exit, and I'll log back to it. So let's come back to our terminal. That's one here. Let's see which one is this. Come back to the instance. We're looking at running instances, and the first one here is Linux. So I'm gonna get this and log back to the Linux instance. So go to the terminal, and I will log back here, and look at what's going to happen. EC2 Ansible client 2, that's the name. The same thing I'm going to do here. I already exit, so I'll have to log back, come back here. All right, and this one here is Ubuntu, this one. So I'll connect to this one, copy this, go back again, and I'll log into it. Once I log into it, clear off, and look at the name that it has, Ubuntu Ansible client 1. All right, so and the last one is this guy. I'll again do the same thing, guy. I know it's a lot, but that's just 3 servers. Imagine if you're supposed to have 1,000 servers. So I'll log into the controller. So simply connect, come back, and go back here. And then I will do the same thing, and look at how it's gonna call this. Let me clear this off, and look at Ubuntu Ansible controller. All right, you see that? That's perfect. So that's what we need to do, and once we are done with that, I'm going to go further with the controller, and I can go further to install all these softwares here. Okay, good. I'm sure I already updated the first one, so I can just go further here. I install this. This is going to help me install Ansible. So these are simply the prerequisites here. Okay, get this one and get this on install. Go to the next one. Oops, copy this one. The next one is this one. Copy this one here, and then go back to your terminal, and let's get this one to running, and then go back again. The last one is installation of Ansible. So copy this and then come back. It's right here, and we have this. Do you want to? Yes, I want to. And it's gonna run for a while and get everything installed. So once we are done with that, we can now go for the first. What I will be doing here is for me to be able to generate all these keys. I'm going to work in here as a root user. All right, so I will cd to I will change my access and switch to root user at the level of the controller. Then I'll create a key pair. All right, and to create that, you use what is called ssh-keygen-t, and the key type that we are creating here is SRA. If you go to, for example, to the console and you try to look at the key pairs, there are two types that Amazon gives us. Okay, so the key pairs here, if you say create a key pair, for example, your key can either be RS, in terms of the type, or it can be this, or it can be ED255119, and the one that we're going to be using is RSA. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my cheat sheet and let's see what's going to happen. So I'm going to first of all switch to use user, and then I'll create this key pair here. I'm gonna copy the command, this one, and once I do that, let me come back. I'm doing it at the level of the controller. Okay, so I will first of all say sudo -i. It takes me here as a root Ansible controller, and then now I can create the key pair. It's generating two key pairs, a public key pair and a private, generating public and private. All right, so enter, and enter. So good. Here at the root, we are able to generate two key pairs, and look at this one. The first one is this one. This is a hidden file here. All of this is a hidden file. This hidden with .ssh. I did this and this, so we are going to cd into it, and you see what is there. So if I come back here, it tells me that we can go to this. So it of course, here you can see this one, the private and the public, like I showed you. And what we'll do is we'll cd into it, copy what is there, and then you see the next step. Okay, so let's know this command is a little bit down here, but let me just show you what is there in the hidden file. So copy this and come back here, and let me just clear up this, and you can see what is in here. This is already in the root hidden file, and then we say ls, or if I say ll, see what is here. Now once I cd into this hidden folder, it's giving me the two things. It's not that there was id RSA, and then this one. This is private and this is public. And basically what we need to copy from here is the public key. We don't need the private key. If you can cut, let's see, cut id and dot pop, and see what it will show you. This one like this, the public key. All right, I'm going to copy this public key from here, and what I'm simply doing is I'm going to copy this public key, and I will go back to my clients, and I'll try to give them to my public key since they have the private keys. But before I do that, I will make sure that I should stand at the same location like the root. Before I do it, I will call it do sudo -i. See, I'm here as a root user. Okay, and remember that there is a hidden folder. So what I simply have to do here is I can see cd2 dot ssh hidden. I'm right inside, and I can cut what is there. All right, cut. No. Let's say else. Okay, see what is here. Now in here, you can see there is a file called authorize key. This is the authorized key. So let's cut authorized key, and you see what is there. Cut authorized key. See what is here. Look at this key, Ubuntu key. This is the key that is provided by Amazon. All right, what I'm simply going to do is I will vi2 authorize key. It should take me in here. So once I'm in here, I have to move to this area, and first of all I say escape. Once I'm escape, I can let's see, fn this right here, enter, and I can paste the other key here, right like that. Once I'm done, I'm done. I just need to get out of here. Okay, and I write this, I save it, and then I falsely quit. I'll go the same way here. The first thing that I'm supposed to do here is to come in here as the root user. Okay, and I can now cd2 to the hidden file ssh. All right, once I'm here, I don't need to catch it, but I can list what is here, and you'll see it. So I can let me clear this again, and so I can vi to authorize here. Once I'm in here, I simply have to paste the other one. So enter here, and I will paste this. Once I'm done pasting the public key here, what I simply need to do here is I will write, okay, okay, did I do it right? Yep, skip, and then now I will write, and I will save, and I will falsely quit. Good. So with this, I know already that my controller has paid itself with these service. He has paid itself with this one, and paid itself with this one, paid itself with this one. So let me clear this. And once I'm done with this, the next thing that I have to do is I'll do what is called the inventory. What I'm going to say is Ansible dash version, I think. Yep, and it's going to show us this. So now right here, look at it giving us the version, and it's giving us equally some path here. Look at this path. This path gives you configurations, and then this path Ansible gives you plugins and other things. But where I'm interested is here. I'm interested in this path here. So what I'm going to do is I can cd to /forward etc, right, Ansible, like this part. Let me see what is here. Now it has this full this files. There is host, there's rules, and there's Ansible config or Ansible f whatsoever fg. Yeah, but my concern is host. Now let me say card host. Let's see what if you cast hosts, and you see what is there. See here. Now when you cut host, you can be able to see all of this. Okay, so just say vi2 host, and once I'm in host here, I'm simply I can come down a little bit here, escape here, so that I can be able to remove this. Doesn't matter, and come back right to the corner, and here I want to rename this my inventory file, this grouping here, as Ubuntu. This one will be Ubuntu clients, Ubuntu dash clients. Depends how many you have. I'm gonna put dash client, and then right there I can go in, go down, another one, and then I can still name another one, like this time around I will call this one Amazon dash Linux clients. All right, and then I close this. You can come down here, it's not important, come down here too, and clear up this. Now after this, what I simply need to do here, I will come back to my console, and when I'm in my console, I will copy the IP addresses. All right, I'll copy the IP addresses of the running instances. Now for Amazon Linux here, the IP address that I need to copy here will be private. Why private? Private is not going to change. If you stop your instance and restart it, it's still going to be started. It's going to be the same. Public here, since I'm using free, it's going to change, except that you want to use elastic public IP. That one is going to cost you some money. That one will remain permanent, that you can use it. But since private is not going to change, I can take private, and then I will come back there. And since this is Linux, let me go up a little bit, and I will paste it here, and then I'll equally go out back to the terminal, and I mean to my console, and I will copy the private IP address for this Linux, for this Ubuntu. All right, open it up, and then I can copy this. Then let me get back to my terminal. Okay, I can go back to my terminal, and right up here, and I can be able to paste it here too. Good. So for inventory purposes now, my controller is going to be recognizing this guy and this guy, the Ubuntu client and the Linux client. Once that has been done, I can save my changes. All right, say you right, and you save, and you force to quit. Good. So with this one done, we can now test it. First we test it individually. All right, so SSH root at IP, and then we look at this. Are you sure you want to? Say yes. Okay, you look at this, it's telling us that it's able to log into it, and root client is able to connect to that. That's what has happened here. Okay, so I'm gonna clear up this one. just clear up this one, and let's try to see if we could connect to root Ansible client 1. Look at, remember we are standing here at the level of the controller, and look at the controller is now here. Let me clear up and you see what I'm saying. See, this is controller, but controller is telling you that it's here at root Ansible client 1, but instead this is root Ansible client 1 here. Now you are at the controller and you can stand here and run something here. All right, so let me exit from this client 1 and get back to controller, and then let's do the same thing for let's do the same thing for the SSR for Linux. So I'm going to come back to the console here, go back to the instance where is Linux, open to Linux. All right, so that I can be able to, this is Linux, this one, yep, and I'll copy its private IP address, and then I'll go back to the terminal again. Once I'm here, what do? My died there, here, and I will do the same thing. You're asking me, yes. You see that? If you make a mistake, it's not going to connect. It's going to tell you that permission denied. But since we already have added our public keys with what we have as private keys at the level of the Linux, the communication can flow very easily, and you can be able to connect to it very easily. All right, I'm going to clear this, and then now we are going to do connectivity. All right, exit from here, and the command to test connectivity, it's if you come back here, my command to test connectivity is right here. So you can ping all, Ansible-m ping all. So if you ping all, it should be able to respond. Or if you like, you can ping first of all Ubuntu clients, or you can ping Amazon clients. But I'm just gonna ping all so you can see how it's working. All right. Excuse me. Just say let's copy this and come back here, and let's say ping all. If it works well, it's simply going to respond ping pong. All right, good. So you see that invalid, this one is talking about the characters that we've used here. So, and this is here success, discover Python and everything here. So this one success here ping pong, and Ansible success here ping pong. So we have two servers and they are responding. Okay, so this one is now saying that the controller can be able to sit here and play music, and the other servers can dance the music. All right, good. And thank you guys very much for always coming by to watch my videos, and please don't only watch, do like it, do subscribe to my channel. That's the only way you can support me, guys, and it makes me so happy when you like them, and when you do comments, comment on them. Even if something that you feel that I would have done it another way, just make a comment there. That will help, you know, see how much reaction you have on my channel, and that will help us grow. Okay, thank you guys. This is just the first part of it. My second part is going to be playbook, so you can see how we can do now all the updates, run updates from, or run commands from the controller, and it will be able to be executed at the level of the servers with ease. All of this knowledge is thanks to Cloud Space Academy, guys. So if you want to get more knowledge, come there and you have it. And thank you guys very much for always coming by. See you. Bye bye.